Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. Today we're talking some fantasy football, trying to get things in order to understand what exactly took place. And on that note, I have some awards to hand out. Today we're talking about running backs, and we'll start off with the good news first. And it's the biggest surprises of the year. And number 3, LaRon McClain, who, 260-plus pound running back. And his name's not Ray Rice nor Willis McGahee. This was the #1 running back for the Baltimore Ravens. A great year for him. Over 900 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns. This guy's young also. I feel he's going to be around for a while. I don't know what they're going to do there. I feel McGahee will probably leave. Maybe Ray Rice and McClain form a little bit of a Brandon Jacobs, Derek Ward type act. But no matter what, LaRon McClain is a guy who had some fantasy value, one of the biggest surprises this season. Batting up next, and I love this, how about a guy who's actually not the lead running back for his team, but still plenty of fantasy value? Lendell White, running back for the Tennessee Titans. There's a reason they were so good for so long. 773 rushing yards, not all that great, but 15 touchdowns are huge. This is a guy to pay attention to because, again, that split backfield thing seems to be working in fantasy circles as well. And finally, DeAngelo Williams, the #1 running back overall. What a year he had, 1,515 rushing yards, 20 touchdowns. And the thing I love most about him, the efficiency, 5.5 yards per carry. Jonathan Stewart, not so fast, my friend. You're going to have to wait a little bit to become the #1 running back there. And by the way, DeAngelo Williams was once a first-round pick. Now we're up to the negatives, the biggest disappointments. Number 3, Larry Johnson, running back for the Chiefs. Now, it wasn't as if this guy was awful when he was on the field. The problem is what he did off the field, forcing him on the sidelines. Larry Johnson got suspended this season. Jamal Charles looks like he's the future running back for that team. And I hate to say future running back when Larry Johnson's not exactly that old. He ended up with just 874 rushing yards, just 5 touchdowns. Very disappointing year. I expected a bounce-back year. Unfortunately, a lot of issues off the field hurt him on the field. Next up, biggest disappointment, we're going to the New England Patriots. All the talk about Tom Brady and his disappointment because of injury. But how about Lawrence Maroney? This is a guy that a lot of people expected to really make his name known, and unfortunately in the last couple of years has not got the job done. 3 years in the league, 1,673 total yards. He only had 93 rushing yards this year. Let's face it, Sammy Morris was actually used more even when Maroney was healthy. So the fact is Lawrence Maroney no longer the running back of the future. He's not even the running back of the present for the New England Patriots. And finally, the biggest disappointment in my mind, this guy was probably a top 5 pick in your fantasy league, Joseph Adai. And sure, there were some injuries involved, but part of playing football is staying healthy. He didn't get the job done. Yes, he had a couple of touchdowns this year, 7 overall, but 4 of them on the rushing scene came in the first 4 games of the season. Joseph Adai, the biggest disappointment this year in fantasy football at the running back position.
Think you can complete the drive? Play today and get an automatic entry to win daily prizes, 2 tickets to the big game, and a brand new car. Start your drive today at opensports.com.